See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out.
Alcohol, right.
Now, Towns right here, he's running the pick and roll out of this pass of Rudy Gobert, but just him operating out of that position, just horrible pass. And this is something that he's really going to have to work on. The Knicks are going to need him to cut down on the careless turnovers. Like, what is that? The Towns be having some Russell Westbrook type plays, man. I mean, at some point on the Knicks, he's going to be getting up to $60 million a year. So right here, Towns is operating in that Hartenstein role. Nice pass to Naz Reid, and they get the goaltend. So very early on in the season, outside of Towns' scoring, we really should be judging not only his passes out of the high post, but also his passes on the move, something that Julius Randle is really good on. Randle's really good at finding these cutters and making these passes. As we've seen it play out last year during that 15-game run that we had in January, Randle was killing it. Was getting into his bag, getting his assist up. Everything was flowing. It's very unfortunate Randle wasn't given a healthy opportunity to play with this healthy Knicks roster to see what's up. But again, contract negotiations broke down. It's all good. But Towns right here, the pass wasn't bad, but this is an area that he really needs to work on. And we'll be on the lookout for that in the beginning of the season. And also another thing about Towns, sometimes he settles for a more difficult shot. He has Edwards wide open right here. But he's going to opt out to take the more difficult shot. Something that a lot of centers over time get accused of. Patrick Ewing got accused of the same thing if you look back and take a look at the Knicks historically. This right here is exactly what I'm referring to. Anytime Ewing is going to turn around and take this baseline fadeaway J, he usually overlooks the open shooter because Ewing back in those times, he got blitzed. He's one of the best defenders in the league, and he's going up against the reigning defensive player of the year along with the regular season MVP and Hakeem Olajuwon, all-time great right there. But he's going to miss, I believe this is Greg Anthony or Derek Harper. And he sometimes will get criticized for this. See, but players back then, they didn't really have the freedom to take these type of shots. You see where Greg Anthony is? If he was a player of today, he would actually step fully behind this line. But back then, players just kind of played according to the flow of the game. They just utilized the spacing. If they could step up and take an easier shot, they would. But having your star center take a shot like this, it wasn't out of the ordinary. But again, Ewing at times, he got criticized for taking shots like this. And this right here is in the 94 finals. But fast forward, it's almost like going through a time machine. But I want to see Towns being able to kind of more utilize his ability to pass out of the post or cut down on the mistakes, especially if he's the person to initiate the pick and roll. It's a lot of unique combination Tibbs can throw at teams this season. He could start a pick and roll with OG or start a pick and roll with Mikal. Have Mikal ghost the screen, perhaps cut to an open space on the floor, and Mikal could either take it to the rack. His face-up game is pretty good. He could take guys off their feet with his handles. And since the Knicks have a lot of cutters on the team, Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson, and to a degree, OG Anunoby, it's going to be very interesting to see how things play out as we see Edwards make a nice cut right here. And as the season progresses and the team gets better chemistry, will that improve Towns' playmaking ability or not? As right here, he's presented with two options, option A and option B. Let's just keep it at that, because with the Knicks, this could be Mikal right here. And this could be Brunson. But watch, you see, fake dribble handoff into a screen, and now Edwards is going to come around. But watch Towns right here. He could wait it out. He doesn't necessarily have to make the pass right away. He could wait it out to see what options open up, because Brown right here is trying to make the recovery to Edwards. So you see as Brown's making that recovery, let's say if he still had the ball, he still has a face-up game one-on-one with Horford, where we know if Horford advances too close to Towns, he can go by him. And with that 5-out spacing, look at all the space in the paint. You got Derek White is the low man. So you got a shooting guard defending the cup right now. But Towns' decision making will be something to look out for, because if he still had the ball in his hands, you could have this shooter wide open. And for the Knicks, once again, this could have been Brunson and this could be Mikal. So definitely not only Towns' ability to read the game, but also stay patient in certain key situations is going to be very keen to watch.